how to find a treasure and what it takes to claim it, which piece of clothing can protect you from witches, why girls tossed boots over houses on St. Andrew's Day, and what magical powers an ordinary bag might hold. Hi, I'm Nik Lysytskiy. Welcome to the magical world of Ukrainian mythology, a show about extraordinary characters and captivating phenomena. In this episode, you'll uncover the treasures and magic items from Ukrainian mythology. When we think of treasure, images of sea pirates and giant chests of gold hidden on distant deserted islands or resting at the bottom of the ocean usually come to mind. However, Ukrainian mythology also features its own treasure legends, often more thrilling and eerie than those familiar tales. In Ukrainian folklore, treasures are classified as either pure or cursed. If someone stumbles upon a pure treasure, they can safely take it without any harm. But most treasures are cursed, and that is a whole different story. Claiming them requires facing dark forces. Treasures can become cursed when the person who buries them casts a spell, which sets specific conditions for their retrieval. These conditions can vary greatly. For instance, one might need to observe a fast, or perhaps sacrifice an animal. But some curses are far more sinister, involving death or even murder. Sometimes a corpse or a snake was buried alongside the treasure to act as its guardian. There was also a belief that a pure treasure could turn cursed and fall under the control of evil forces if the owner didn't reclaim it within a certain time. According to Ukrainian legends, treasures are hidden in forests, fields, mountains, and the underground vaults of old castles and palaces. It's said that the greatest treasures were concealed by the Zaporizhian Cossacks after the fall of the Sich. For example, in the village of Nik Lysytskiy in the Poltava region, there was rumored to be an entire well filled with gold. The Cossacks swore a collective oath over their treasures, vowing that none of them would take the treasure alone without their comrades. Folklore holds that buried treasures sometimes reveal themselves by surfacing or glowing. This is said to happen on the night of Kupala or just before Easter. People claimed that a lit candle could be seen where a treasure was hidden. However, these candles also appeared over the graves of the righteous, so it was important not to confuse the two. Sometimes, treasures would appear to children in the form of a horse, rooster, or other animal. And when they were touched, they would transform into gold. To claim a cursed treasure, you must first find it, and then know the right incantations. The most effective tools for acquiring treasures were believed to be the fern flower and the tear herb. The fern flower revealed the treasure's location, while the tear herb helped lift the curse and ward off any evil spirits. By the way, we explained how to pick a fern flower in one of our previous episodes. Attempting to take a treasure without knowing the spell or magical techniques is extremely dangerous. It can lead to severe illness or even death, as the evil guarding the treasure will do everything it can to frighten or even kill an unprepared seeker. In Ukrainian folklore, certain seemingly ordinary objects are believed to hold special magical powers. In this video, we'll delve into these fascinating items and uncover the magic behind them. A belt or sash is a long strip of fabric used to secure clothing, but in Ukrainian mythology it holds a deeply significant role. It symbolizes a person's connection to the human world. For this reason, belts and their variants, such as the kraya, leather belt, or cheres, were considered essential. Without a belt, a person was seen as incomplete and worse, exposed to malevolent forces. Men's belts were believed to protect against witches, while for women, warding off a perelesnik, a malevolent spirit, involved dousing them in holy water, dressing them in an inside-out shirt, and securing them with a church-blessed belt. We discussed perelesnik and methods for dealing with him in a previous season. Check that video out for more information. In folklore, a missing belt is a sign of the supernatural. Mythical creatures like Rusalki and Mavki were said to roam without belts. To help a potercha, the spirit of an unbaptized child, one needed to cross a belt, name the child, and toss the belt to the spirit, allowing it to be symbolically baptized. Belts were also integral to magical rituals and ceremonies aimed at connecting with the other world, such as divination, treasure hunting, and protection from illnesses and curses. One legend tells of a witch who transformed an entire wedding party into wolves by twisting her belt and placing it under the threshold of the house where the celebration was held. In another story, the transformed guests were recognized and freed from the spell because they were still wearing belts. Once the belts were untied, the wolves returned to their human forms. The ring is a traditional amulet, a protective charm against evil forces, and of course a key symbol of marriage. During wedding ceremonies, the ring represented the union of the couple and served a protective role. Beyond weddings, it also had significant magical importance. Rings were used to treat the evil eye, placed in babies' baths, and used to shield livestock from diseases and curses. However, in Ukrainian mythology, rings were not just symbols of marriage or protective talismans. They could also be used by malevolent forces to cause harm. For instance, a perelesnik might drop a ring on the ground to attract a girl's attention. If she picked it up, it gave him the right to start pursuing her. Witches and sorcerers also used rings to transform into animals. In Ukrainian folk tales, rings often have magical properties that help heroes gain wealth, a bride, or new status. This likely ties back to ancient initiation rites, where young men had to undergo trials before they could marry. This concept is vividly portrayed in the famous Ukrainian tale of Och, where a young man, after receiving extraordinary powers from a wizard and trying to escape from his former teacher, eventually transforms into a ring and rolls under the feet of the princess, his future wife. We explored Och and the deeper meaning of his character in our first season episode on tricksters in Ukrainian mythology. If you haven't watched it yet, be sure to check it out. In Ukrainian mythology, boots are not just practical items for travel, but also hold significant symbolic meaning. They represent transitions into new statuses or realms. In wedding traditions, boots symbolized a marriage proposal and declaration of love. The groom would give a pair of boots to his bride-to-be, which she was expected to wear until the wedding. This custom, along with the practice of carrying the bride over the threshold, likely reflects ancient customs where the bride, viewed as coming from another family, was not allowed to enter her new home in someone else's shoes. Boots also played a role in divination. On St. Andrew's Day, girls would throw their boots and shoes over the house. It was believed that the direction the toe of the boot landed in indicated where the future husband lived. In this ritual, the house symbolized the world of the living, while the boot, by falling into another realm, was thought to reveal future events. In Ukrainian folklore, magical boots endow heroes with extraordinary powers. One legend tells of a person who, by crawling to the start of a rainbow, would discover golden boots that grant invisibility. In another tale, the Cossack Mamariga used enchanted boots to cross a vast sea. Magic items are a crucial part of Ukrainian folklore. In fairy tales, they help heroes achieve various feats, overcome obstacles, and even gain wealth with minimal effort. Among the most popular magic items in Ukrainian mythology are those that offer something tangible, like a bag, sack, basket, or chest. Magical attributes are also assigned to sticks, boots, hats, rings, sabers, axes, and even books. Bags, sacks, and chests are common elements in Ukrainian fairy tales. They represent the timeless human desire for abundance and wealth with little to no effort. In these tales, the story often follows a familiar pattern. A hero, usually poor, finds or receives a magical bag that provides endless food, clothing, or money, or grants any wish. Sometimes these items might also harbor a supernatural force, like demons, which can both bestow gifts and deliver a sound thrashing. While humble heroes enjoy the benefits of food and wealth, the wealthy might face punishment. Magic wands, or sticks, aren't just for Harry Potter. They also feature in Ukrainian fairy tales. In our folklore, however, magic wands are primarily used for their straightforward purpose, helping heroes deliver a proper beating to villains. One Carpathian tale speaks of a special twig that can transform people into animals, such as a dog, bird, or horse. There's also a legend about how to create a magic wand. In May, during the new moon, one should go to a mountain where snakes bask, find a white viper, kill it, dry its skin, and wrap a stick in it. This stick is believed to grant the power to fulfill any wish. Another method for creating a magic stick involves encountering a toad and a viper. If you see the viper about to eat the toad, you should break a young shoot and use it to drive them away. This stick will then gain magical properties, allowing its owner to chase away rain and hail clouds, and the stick's bearer will become a hailmaker. If you're curious about hailmakers, check out one of our previous videos. In my view, the most magical property that books have is their ability to make readers wiser and more knowledgeable. However, in Ukrainian mythology, books are also believed to possess other magical qualities. For instance, there is the so-called Black Book, which is said to allow communication with dark forces and turn its reader into a sorcerer or black magician. Black books contain various spells for predicting the future, casting curses, finding treasure, shape-shifting, or transforming others into animals. But reading such books was extremely dangerous for the uninitiated. Those who accidentally opened and read a black book would soon find themselves confronted by demons demanding repayment for the knowledge gained. So make sure to hit the notification bell to stay updated on new episodes and share our project with your friends and family. Let's spread the word about Ukrainian mythology together. The third season of The Magical World of Ukrainian Mythology was made possible with the support of the Ukrainian Cultural Foundation through the Stipend grant program.